Right.
Love that music.
Oh yeah.
Morgana, did you get all your kinks worked out?
I think so.
I'm still learning new kinks.
We're starting off on the right foot, aren't we?
So I actually went out to another allegedly haunted graveyard. This was a country one today that I went to.
Yeah.
And it got too dark on me. I wanted to go like on the edge of dark because one of the things that people report there is lots.
Uh-huh.
And I can tell you that the lots are definitely there. It's man-made.
What happened?
What?
Oh, it's me. Sorry, I've got y'all pulled up because I could see so much better on the big screen TV when we were looking at stuff before. But I think I can only be on one at the same time. I can't be on the computer in it. I think.
Gotcha.
Hey, Landa. Hey, Mike.
Landa, Mike.
Either that or we're not live.
Oh, we're
live.
Oh, we're live.
No, okay, we're back.
We're live without a net.
Howdy, y'all. Let's get weird. Okay.
Everybody's having technical difficulties.
Well, to be fair, I think mine's operator error tonight.
ID10T.
There's a big effing turkey.
ID10T error.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite error to use at work. I'm like, what sounds like ID10T?
I'm gonna have to start using that because it's better than are you that fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Usually when I'm using it, though, I'm using it in reference to myself.
Looking at y'all and watching it on TV, I'm listening to y'all through the headphones. It's like y'all are in a martial arts movie.
Oh, okay.
Like
Godzilla, come! He comes really far.
Now his head's moving. I hear it first. Then his head starts moving. Okay, this is hilarious.
I think you. Well, there's definitely, depending on what you're watching it on, there's definitely a lag in what we say and when we say it on TV. Like I've seen it on Twitter before, but when you play the video back, it's like if I were on a different device watching us, it would be good, but probably like 3 seconds behind what we're actually saying.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's Carrie watches it on YouTube, and last night I noticed she was about 3 frames behind us.
Well, I'm on YouTube on the TV, so that's probably a YouTube thing.
Don't you remember Scream? There's a 30-second delay. Whatever.
Yeah. So we had for the first time ever some user submitted footage, and as we, every episode we tell you guys if you can get out and get some footage at a cool place, like a historic place or a place that's supposed to be haunted, or
there's something super interesting.
Yeah, even something super interesting, an interesting place like the creek that Cecil went to.
The creek.
That was so cool.
Short Creek.
Short Creek. I wish it wasn't glitching the whole time.
Message somebody on Facebook. You can message the Weird Realities page. Morgana will get you hooked up. We've got the Google Drive ready. It does take a while to upload videos onto the Google Drive, so just make sure it's just a little bit ahead of time before one of our shows, and we'll play it.
Yeah, I tried to upload one, the two that I had like 40 minutes before, and then I seen that said 3 hours. I went, oh shit.
Yeah. Google Drive isn't perfect, but it'll work. And it's a good way that we can circulate it to strangers if we need to.
Right. And, as another alternative to, I also have a Dropbox account. So if that works out better for somebody, I'm more than happy to send a link to that.
So, Morgana, who sent the footage this time?
What was this? Wolfman. Hang on. I got to get it in front of me.
It's Wolfman Curry.
There you go. Wolfman Curry sent us a clip.
He's actually from our hometown.
Awesome.
He's got a YouTube channel called Wolfman Curry. Go check it out. He makes music and whatnot.
So he caught something weird on camera, I guess. You said he ghost hunts?
Well, I'm guessing. He sent this, so let's
Yep.
check it out. Mm-hmm. Yes. I don't know.
What did he say when he sent this?
Hang on a second. Let me pull that up and I can give you verbatim. I don't want to misinterpret. So,
I'm gonna kill the audio on it.
okay.
Slow it down a little.
Okay, where are you at?
I'm not seeing it, Wolfman.
All right. He says, okay, so in the video, it's me walking in next to an old church while my girlfriend films. As I cross in front of that first window, if you look in front of me walking, there seems to be the ghost of what I assume to be a little girl.
I love you to death, Wolfman, but let's watch this real quick.
Pause it so we can see the, like when it nods down a little bit. Right there.
Are you pulling our legs, sir? Because
So he is it that?
oh no.
Or is that a camera that he has or something? Or are we missing it?
Back-
Like
back
maybe he's talking about the window.
Back up.
See, I see that red in the window there.
Whoa, stop. Whoa.
Is he talking about this?
No. Back up a frame or two if you can.
He does, in fact, look like a wolf man.
He does.
Whoa, in the window. Go back a frame.
Back another frame?
Yeah, go back 2 or 3. No, okay, go forward. Go the other way. That's in the second window pane. I'm not sure what that is there.
Right here?
Yeah, go forward a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah, right there. Whoa. Is that something on my screen, or is there something?
I'm looking at.
I don't know.
I'm looking on the TV and I don't see what y'all are talking about.
You don't see it either.
No.
Oh, okay.
Keep backing it up though. See, so let's check that other window out.
I'll back it on up like that song.
So right when the camera starts to pan toward him, I can't tell whether it's a glare from whoever has this camera that's filming, or whether something walks by this window here.
Well,
You see, it starts to come in like
right.
back it up.
Yeah.
Whatever that is in the.
Well,
Right.
like he's holding
Stop
a
right
dog or
there.
something.
Yeah.
No, you're looking at the wrong thing. I'm talking about the first window, the second pane from the right.
I can't be sure that's not his reflection.
Right there.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying though, that there's like a light that comes or something white that looks like it walks by
Yeah.
that window.
Yeah.
I can't tell whether that's a camera or not though.
Right.
That thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
That looks like headlights.
It's kind of odd right there, though.
Yeah, right there. I
Yeah.
couldn't really. Whenever she sent that last night, I was looking on my phone, and obviously it's a little screen, and I was like, "Well, that's kind of weird."
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
go
I
forward
see what
one.
you're talking about right there.
Right there. Right there.
Because you can almost see 2 eyes and a nose.
Where?
In
Right
that
there.
the
Right
window
there.
to the right.
Is that Wolfman, or is that somebody holding the camera?
I feel like the
It's-
only thing. Yeah, well, that Landa's got a good point. She said that headlights would be lighting up the church too.
That's true. And
Whatever
that
it
window's
is-
not being lit up.
I think like that's the weird part of this video.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think he's holding? Do you
I think he's holding a little dog.
But what if he was like, "I'm not holding anything"?
Well,
What would
is he not?
Well, he's saying that's a little girl in front of him.
Hold on. Okay.
And it almost looks like it's got some movement to it, but without knowing for sure that he didn't have anything, I can't.
It looks like it's moving with
Okay,
you.
hold
Yeah.
on. I'm gonna go stand up at the TV and look at the screen while it's big.
To me,
So
it
y'all
looks
keep
like
talking. I've got the headset on.
it almost looks like another camera that he's holding, like a camera on a stick. You know?
Hmm.
Well,
Okay, that is. Is she walking on her own, or is it like a puppet?
So
Does it look like a puppet on the big screen?
It looks like to me, and I don't have my glasses on, but the way that she's moving looks to me like he's holding like a little poodle. It's got a little pink dress on. I need glasses.
maybe.
I see the poodle. I see it.
I'm not crazy then.
Yeah,
That's
I see
what it
it.
looks like. I mean, it's just the way she's moving, I guess.
So is there anything else in the video?
I'm standing up here now. If y'all want to rewind it, I'll look at that thing.
Yeah.
Well, you see the light go out, so it might have been a light from a phone.
yeah.
Yeah, it could be from his handheld phone.
Whoever's filming him, I think,
Right there.
in the window. Look
Yeah.
at the window right there.
Yeah.
He must have a light that's shining out
Okay.
that we're seeing the reflection of.
Wolfman, you're going to
See
have
it-
to come on here and
see
explain
it-
to us, sir. See-
Or send us a better video.
Yeah.
Send us a different. Mike said he didn't see nothing.
Oh,
Okay, that's all I needed to hear.
that seals the deal.
My dogs are like, "What the hell are you doing? Getting up and looking at the TV like that?"
Mhm. Okay, and now I can't unsee the poodle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need
Is
we
that
need a
or Dora
follow
the
up to this.
Explorer? I mean, it's
yeah, we're
a
definitely.
poodle or a Dora the Explorer doll.
So if you're listening, Wolfman, send us another video, or
Or we can send you a link and you can hop on and give us some
Yeah.
commentary.
Yeah,
Yeah, let us know what's up with it.
Mhm.
but thank you for sending it.
Yeah, thank-
Definitely.
so I did go down to Bobby Mackey's with the intention of going into the underground tunnel. There's a tunnel that runs back from the river all the way under Bobby Mackey's, where the person who was decapitated was supposedly their head is back there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because it used to be a slaughterhouse, and they had a big well where all of the blood drained out to the river. So that tunnel still exists, but I could not get to it, and you'll see why here in a second. I'll show you like where I started filming, but just so everybody can see the legendary Bobby Mackey's. It's only
That is
like
a jacked up turkey in the background, by the way.
It's the biggest bird.
that's a big old duck.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. I'm glad we're not hopefully lagging tonight.
No.
Let's see.
Right there looks good.
No, it looks fun. Clipping. Just a little, though. Not bad.
It might be my camera.
Phoenix agrees. She went, yeah.
I was adjusting my gimbal in the beginning, and when I do that, it jerks.
It's still clipping a little bit, but not nearly as bad as it was.
No.
Yeah, it's getting smoother too as it goes, so it's fine.
So this is the back of Bobby Mackey's. You can see how thick that brush is across from the train tracks. I need that to be gone. So
Well, call them and tell them trim that down.
up here, right up in this area is an apartment. This is Lee. This is Bobby Mackey's Music World in Wilder, Kentucky. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted places on earth.
You can go get shit faced and you can check out ghosts.
And the story goes, well, there was definitely, it's not just a story. There were legitimate murders here. One of which happened right here behind Bobby Mackey's. They found a decapitated body, and they never found the head. And at the time, it was originally a slaughterhouse, but it got abandoned as a slaughterhouse in the late 1800s. And for a while, this building was actually known to house a Luciferian cult. And right around that time, when the Luciferian cult was wrapping up, it became that crime scene. And after it was a cult, after it was a cult church, it was a different bar, like a Latin bar, I believe, before it was Bobby Mackey's. But this is just a short video. I just did kind of a walk around just so you guys could see kind of the state of things. They are going to be renovating Bobby Mackey soon. So hopefully they don't get rid of too much of the character. And actually, the whole skyline of Cincinnati is right over here.
Oh, that's cool.
Absolutely, Lee.
Really?
That'd be awesome if you could get some
Definitely.
footage, Lee. We'd love to play that.
Bobby
Yeah.
needs to put some money into the building.
Well, that's what they're going to be doing.
Yeah. Oh, it's empty right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only open on Saturdays and Sundays.
Wow.
Because it's still an active, open place of business. That
Yeah, it's a honky tonk bar.
yeah.
So I just kind of wanted to check out what there's a big drain over here, and I didn't know. I don't think that leads out to the river, but the river's just through this thicket. I just need a way to get through there without being too conspicuous, and going to jail, because there's a lot of police around here too.
That's pretty cool, Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that sounds awesome, Lee. Please do that.
Yeah, because that's the kind of stuff we're looking for. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a cemetery or anything like that. Just anything
No.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
We're nerds.
Yeah,
Yes.
that sums it up. We just like history and weird stuff.
There's that haunted tire.
There's the haunted tire, yeah. And that's really it. As far as the outside goes, until I can get into the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
But this is Bobby Mackey's Music World.
My fear of that place where you're at right there would be running into like people doing heroin. Like,
Well, you can see. So these towers here, that's downtown Cincinnati.
yeah.
That's how close Wilder, Kentucky is to Cincinnati. It's a hop, skip, and a jump over this bridge into downtown.
A little bit of trivia for y'all. The Brass Ass is nearly a quarter mile from there. Nice place. Nice establishment.
So
I heard that from a friend.
I don't know if we've got I've got a bunch of different footage we could get into. Do you guys have any other footage you wanted to? I don't know. Is yours finished uploading yet,
What, mine?
Steven?
No, I can't even find it on my drive right now. So
Did you have any other footage, Cecil?
No. Nothing uploaded or anything.
What about the like locally? Do you have that footage like from the Barberville graveyard?
No, I deleted it. It was the wrong graveyard, remember?
Okay.
Never
Yeah.
delete nothing.
Well,
So it's
I'll
all
get
on you,
into-
Tully.
I went back to Spring Grove for a second, Tom. I've got that footage. I was having a lot of camera issues. But let me just say, so Spring Grove, the first go around was the first time I've ever had an EMF hit. And then the second time around, yeah, that sounds awesome,
Hell
Lee.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Just reach out and get the link for that Google Drive and upload it. If you can get there, or one of the places between now and when we do this next month, which I'm not sure when we're going to do next month yet. Really just depends on holiday schedule, how busy everybody is. But anyway, the second time I went to Spring Grove, my camera quit twice. My gimbal went crazy. I was having memory card errors. And I've filmed with this camera since then in a few other places and no issues. I went out to Knott and didn't have any issues. So there's something about Spring Grove. Rachel actually went with me to Spring Grove the last time, and she wears an Aura ring, if you know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Her Aura ring hasn't worked at all since then.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's toast. It won't charge or anything.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a fitness ring. It's a ring instead of a watch.
Oh,
But it's completely toast. Like it won't work at all. And like I said, having a ton of camera issues. Camera shut off twice on me this time instead of once. So I don't know if you want to get into that footage. I lost some good footage out of that. I will say that I saw a woman in period clothing, like maybe like early 1900s sort of look.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I got it on camera though, and I don't know if it was paranormal because there's a lot of people that go there for events, like they have parties there, not just funerals. Like they
Really?
people go there to take pictures in clothing like that and stuff, like for promos.
Yes.
And people actually, apparently it's a super popular place for prom pictures, even because of all the Gothic architecture.
Nice.
So I don't know if you guys want to watch that footage
No.
or where I was tonight. I just went to a little graveyard tonight. I got about 15 minutes of footage of a place in Butler, which is out in the country, that was supposed to have like dancing lights and strange phenomenon.
you should pull it up and let it load a little. Whichever one you decide to go with.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's up to you. What do you guys want to see?
I want to see if the woman in black's there.
Well, let me see. I'll tell you what, we can just do both because this one I went to tonight, it probably isn't very good quality because it's on the edge of dark, but it's only 12 minutes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's see if this is clipping.
6 rulers from controllers.
Say what?
6 rulers from controllers.
So this is deceptive. It was a lot darker in real life than it was in this video.
Really?
Like by the end, I was having to look through the camera to see what was written on the gravestones because I couldn't see it in real life.
Yeah, I noticed that whenever I went to the short creek and was in the cave, I couldn't see nothing in there. But whenever we watched it, you could see all the way to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sanitarium in Louisville, Kentucky, Mike.
Yeah, Waverly Hills. Dun, dun,
Um,
dun, dun.
So again, that kind of jerkiness at the beginning is just from the gimbal turning on.
Jerkiness.
The jerkiness.
Jerkiness. I like to have some deer jerky.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it was also a full moon, or pretty close to it.
This isn't clipping at all, by the way.
No, this is good.
Yeah.
There's a big dark pond over there. I did hear some gunshots while I was here.
I mean,
But I did have the equipment that I needed to be able to return fire if I needed to.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I wasn't alone.
Look, we've gotten to where here the last few months they've jokingly started referring to it as the social boom, because just randomly out of nowhere you're like boom, and I'm like, okay, they blew something else up.
Well, this place is dangerously close to the middle of nowhere, so it's probably hunters. It's deer season.
Yeah.
I don't know why you got your butt thermometer with you. That's weird.
You never know.
Let's see.
So something also weird in this graveyard, which you're going to see, usually the graves are pretty uniform.
Yeah.
The graves are not at all uniform. I don't even know how they have caskets the way that they have the gravestones. You'll see what I'm saying in a minute.
Well, that's the other one you went to. I have never in my life seen a cemetery that spread out, with that kind of space between graves.
Now that's an odd looking headstone there.
It is.
You want to see it? Let's see.
Yeah.
Them flowers were tripping me out because they look like they're floating.
Yeah, I don't know if I got. I
Were
think
them
that's
flowers floating?
1890. What flowers?
Go back a little bit.
I tried to pan a bunch just in case.
The flowers right there on the right hand side. Are
Here?
those floating? Yeah, what is that?
I think it's on like a big stand, like a pole.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll walk over there in a second.
That freaked me out.
I would say one of my top 10 weirdest gravestones is in this cemetery. You'll see it at the end.
Oh, yeah,
It
they're
was-
on a pole.
It was almost too dark for me to see by the end of this. Like with my own eyes, I was literally using the camera.
I got a question. How's the moon out when the sun's out? yeah, it's on pole. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, there's a few cool ones that had like pictures and stuff on them. I tried to get some footage of them. Definitely some newer stuff, but a lot of older stuff too here.
And I did notice in the when you first got started, those first few older graves, those were some long-lived people.
Yes.
80 to 100 years. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And this is the whole town's graveyard. Like this is the main graveyard for this town.
Hmm.
So you'll see a lot of vets in here from like World War II and stuff. Check this out though. So here's a baby, and then directly behind the baby, you'll see a World War II vet. I'll pan on it here in a second.
Yeah, like literally 6 inches behind it.
They're facing the same way. I mean, it could be a niche, I guess.
Well,
Maybe.
could not be a lot to bury.
Well, yeah. Yep. Now look at here's coming up on a really weird part. So here's some of the lots that I was talking about. You can see obviously that's glowing. They put Halloween decorations.
That's pumpkins. Okay. Okay, now see, that's some weird shit I would do.
Keep them in the ground. Keep them in the ground. That's what it's about.
So right behind this grave was another.
Don't get that.
They're literally touching. These two are touching another one.
Wow.
I don't. Maybe they're cremated and buried there. Maybe those are memorials.
Is
Look
that
at
it?
these.
I mean,
How are these buried? Did you see that?
No.
There's four right next to each other in like perfect. Like it.
I'm getting that.
Wait until it pans up. And maybe I think I'll walk over there too. Right here.
Holy
There's
cow.
4 stones. Like it makes no sense.
It's probably they only bought like one plot and they're cremated.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Cremation.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've heard.
With veterans, I'd think that's probably just they didn't get remains.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be.
It is weird.
But nowadays, whenever they have a family plot, well, they just started burying people on top of each other.
Really?
Yes.
I don't want to be on nobody.
No.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't think I'm going to care.
Oh, I'm going to care. 50.
That's
pretty. Sorry, Steve.
I'm just saying that's pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
A lot of vets.
That almost looks like ink run.
Yeah. So right about now is where I'm like, okay, it's getting dark really fast. So I'm kind of looking around for the kind of the coolest spot. I want to go back here and do a full video, but I wanted to come on the edge of dark just in case we could see some lots.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so much darker in person than it is on this camera. I can't believe how light it is on the camera, actually.
All this hanging stuff's got me freaking out. Like, there's another flower pot hanging. I thought was something.
If you think you see something weird, I'll stop it.
I can't tell.
I thought that was a crazy name.
Azima?
Azima.
Yeah.
It's a nice little area, though. It looks peaceful.
I'm headed to that big old gravestone over there. I wanted to see what it was. That gravestone, the huge one, is like normal size at Spring Grove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, Toby, you're talking about the names. My brother-in-law, he had one great grandmother named Bassy, and another great grandmother named Bercy.
Interesting.
Bassy and Bercy. So
I know, boy, whose mom's name is Juana, and her older sister is Mary, and her younger sister's I don't know what it's her oldest sister's Mary, then it's Joe, then it's Rana. So if you put them all together, it's Mary Jo Rana. I'm not even joking. Not joking at all.
There is an area over in Africa where this the tradition was, okay, say like your name is Stephen Hill. Your son's name would be Hill Stephen. Then his son would be Stephen Hill. And it worked great until people started living longer.
Really?
And then they would have multiple Hill Stevens and Stephen Hills, going. So they had to regroup.
Yeah. Just Google my name sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost getting too dark to read the stones.
My goodness, look at that headstone or monument or whatever that is.
That's such a pretty place, though. Nice little farm over there.
Yeah, it was. I really want to come back in the day because there's like some little mausoleums and stuff down there too. But before I ended the video, there was one place I wanted to go because there was a gravestone that caught my eye, and this is the weirdest gravestone that I'm about to walk to here in a second.
Don't let Tully lie to you. He's getting scared. He's scared of the dark.
Well, yeah, I don't want to be out there alone.
So what's Rachel's feeling about nighttime cemeteries?
She just has some stuff going on. She would have went with me.
Okay. Because I know some people are funny,
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it, but it's more like you're in an area where, people may take offense to that sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to be inconspicuous.
Yeah.
If I ever move up north, I'm moving to Butler because it's so much like down home.
Yeah, Butler's definitely out in the middle of nowhere.
Hey, my hometown just got delegated as the worst place to live in Mississippi and 20th from the bottom in the country.
I don't think
I'm not going back.
I don't think Clay County's number one anymore, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if they're on the charts anymore.
I don't remember. Like I said, I had people at home that posted the part about, where we were, at on the charts, very offended. And I'm like, but they're not lying about anything. So why are you so offended?
I don't know how warm it is where you guys are, but also it was 37 degrees when I was walking through here.
There's a Packers fan.
It was starting to get chilly.
Go Pack, go!
Wow.
Do you guys know what that triangle means?
It looks like the Harry Potter symbol.
There was a woman with a cat and a dog on her tombstone who hasn't passed yet.
Oh.
Okay, so I think I'm walking straight to it now.
It is getting darker. That's a tree.
Yeah, check this out, though. I think I get really close to it so you can see it. This is also looks like a tree stump. This is a gravestone.
Oh, wow.
Is that a woodman?
Okay. 1865 to 1899.
It looks like a black and white movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like Night of the Living Dead.
Totally slipped into Pleasantville.
Yeah, I thought that was a crazy gravestone. And you see the lot right there?
Yeah.
That was starting to trip me out too because it was all over the graveyard. I think that's why people look at this. Like, hang on, let me go back and get it right here. Like, look in here.
Uh-huh.
There's
Yeah.
all kinds of little sparkly lots that you can see.
Yep.
And that's the little pumpkins.
Not just pumpkins. Like, people have all kinds of those solar lights, all different shapes and sizes. Even when I pan here, you'll see a really bright one right there.
Yeah.
That looks like a portal.
It does. I think that's what people mistake things for, maybe. But that's really I think that's really all the footage from that one.
So
I will say the only weird thing that I can report from this trip was when I turned the car on, my blinkers were on. I definitely didn't do that. So I don't know.
While Tully's keying up this next video, I've got a strange story from Butler. My wife was driving us back from Tully's early one morning because I was still inebriated, and seeing a bunch of cops, and I was like, great. Well, it turns out there was a naked man walking down the middle of the road, and the cops were just like gradually following behind him.
Just moseying along.
Yeah.
Wow.
He had a quilt, and he's trying to, but he was covering himself not very well. It's weird.
Didn't you say you saw him jump off that bridge?
They said he jumped off the bridge, but I looked for the article and I asked YouTube, and he said
I never found anything about that story. That's weird.
It might be like Clay County. He jumped off the bridge. You know what I'm saying?
So, just to put this into perspective, it's hard to get perspective in these videos, but this grave here is approximately the size of that big one that you just saw in that graveyard that was bigger than all the rest of them. Really? There's not any small gravestones in Spring Grove. They're all massive, and the ones that aren't massive are flat to the ground. There's no like middle of the mall stones that you can see.
By the way, it's so much space between them. And that's just weird to me because, I'm used to them like perfect lines. You may have like a family plot where there's a gap, but you have 2 or 3 there. So, it's a family plot. But like I said, these are so spread out.
Yeah.
For me.
And I'll say that the footage from this trip was beautiful just because all the leaves were changing on these exotic trees and stuff. Because it's also like an arboretum. But I'll just start playing them. Like, I don't know what we have here. I haven't watched them, obviously, and I was having camera trouble, so I'm sure it gets a little bit jerky at some point. But we'll see. I walked the main road for a while. But I would say...
It's clipping like crazy.
Is it? Is it clipping for you guys?
It'd be fine, though.
A little bit, but it's okay.
A clear picture.
It's clear.
Yeah.
That's what she said. That doesn't make sense there. So this is your second walkthrough?
This is just a different area.
This was when the leaves were still purdy.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
If it's clipping, I'll pause it for a second.
Yeah, pause it for a second.
I don't know.
Is that urns or is that just decorative?
Decorative. That this gravestone is probably 15 feet tall.
Jeez.
Like how's that?
Not better, but I mean the picture's really clear, so you can still catch everything. It's going frame by frame. So
I could try. Hang on.
There it goes. It's smooth. It started to smooth out right then. There it goes.
There's a Freemason. I don't know if you saw that. Is it smooth now?
Yeah, better.
It's bigger.
So, and I would say a good 80% of the trees that you see
Mhm.
are just ornamental trees. Like these are definitely trees that somebody planted next to somebody's gravestone 100 years ago
Right.
that they just can't cut down.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, like you could walk into this little cove and see the stone like in the little forest here.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
cool. You should go in there.
That's I know that's one thing like at home that you can go in and put flowers and ornaments and stuff like that next to a grave, but if you plant something, it's probably going to be cut down the first time they go through and mow. Because they've got everything on perfect lines, and you planting a tree is going to cause a problem. Which
How's
is
it looking?
bullshit, but
Yeah, right there's the gravestone. Neat.
they wanted
Yeah.
some shade.
That's another theme too in this graveyard is a lot of times you'll have like a massive stone that has the family name
Mhm.
and then a bunch of flat stones with different members of the family.
Okay.
Is it getting any smoother?
No. Nope. But we're gonna have to figure that out moving forward.
Why was the other one smooth, I wonder?
I don't know.
Now, see, now it's going
Now
pretty good.
Yeah. It's probably got something to do with upload speeds.
Well, I'm not uploading anything.
That's a good idea, Landa.
Yeah.
You're going to see some mechanical pans like that. I was getting pissed off with the camera.
Yo, that's the camera.
I didn't know what this building was. This whole building is just restrooms.
Really?
Yeah. And it was locked. So
Well,
they don't really care. They just
I mean, zombie apocalypse. This seems like a 10 out of 10. Really. I mean,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
said it's
I thought
completely-
this was going to be like some kind of columbarium or like a niche monument or something.
Uh-huh.
those bathrooms.
And it's literally like a theme park, like restroom, like
Yeah. Are we getting ready to see some urinals?
maybe. I think
Oh,
I pointed it in the window. It was locked, so I just wanted to see what was in there.
Well,
You were expecting nice, pretty stained glass and stuff.
what if you put the camera in there, somebody in there taking a poop? That's funny. You're definitely exploring this bathroom. I can hear it now. Totally went to twist the knob and went shit.
I can't remember where we even go from here. I may just start walking through.
Mhm.
I take off up through here at some point.
Oh, that's neat. They got little bushes around.
There's a Freemason. Look at the top of that stone if you can see it.
Mhm. Yep.
Neat.
Oh yeah.
I like them bushes.
Listen square.
These were weird. The camera doesn't capture this very well, but this stone, whatever this was made out of, it was like red granite, like bright red granite.
Okay, so I was thinking it was maybe like a steel plate or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Huh.
There's a bunch of Freemasons.
Yeah.
That's the OG.
Mhm. What Eastern Stars?
Yeah.
And,
So again, forgive my camera work on this one. It was not a good day for that.
it's glitching pretty standard, but you can still tell frame by frame what's happening.
It's smooth as butter on my end.
Yeah, no, I don't understand why it does that.
But you have to. I mean, I was having major camera problems during this trip, so maybe it has something to do with that.
I would say that could be the case, except it doesn't on all of them.
Well, unless I play them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know, YouTube videos don't do it though. So maybe we need to start uploading to like a private YouTube or something.
Or maybe it's the media player on the computers that's the problem. Like maybe we can play it with a different something.
Yeah. See, now it's smooth.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fine now. Now it's glitching. But I mean, it's still really interesting graveyard.
It's literally endless.
But zombie apocalypse for real. Like nobody there's going to be coming out. You got water supply, food, bathrooms.
You got water hydrants everywhere.
Yeah, and you got like so main important thing is you got a wall around it and you got shelter and food and water.
Mm-hmm. Turkeys, deer.
Turkey, deer, yeah.
I don't know. Here, hang on. I got an idea. Carry on about something for a second. Let me.
Popeyes. I had some Popeyes today. I forget how good it is until I eat it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hands down, the best chicken.
I
I
had that one day this week. The breast, it was bone in with what they brought me, and it's like, man.
I'm
made me wonder if they were actually sold me quail instead of chicken.
I'm wanting to get some bone in. Yeah, Mandy got some strips and they look like my finger. They've even bent like that.
Pepperoni.
Okay. Let me see if this is clipping.
Hot honey pepperoni.
This is a different. This isn't the media player.
About the same.
Well, I'm just ruling stuff out, so that's not the media player at all. Yeah. This is an editing program.
Yeah.
So is this clipping? Like this little?
No, that little window's not at all.
No.
So you can see all that fine.
Yeah.
But then when I make it big, it's clipping.
That's what she said.
Is that true? I mean,
it did start clipping.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's so weird.
That is weird. Well, I guess Google Drive it is, and Morgana is going to be the
the driver from now.
Which is
fine. I mean, I think we're focusing too much on it because it's fine. You can still see everything. Mm-hmm. Like it's not like it's skipping portions or anything. It just clips a little.
Yeah. Yeah, because the picture's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try one more thing. What about that?
This is no, it's not clipping. The picture's not the best. There, yeah, that's good right there. What's this?
Yeah.
This is just through StreamYard.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Picture kind of sucks, but yeah. I mean, it's not clipping.
The picture, it's not clipping, but you lose quality.
So you're going to have to sacrifice one to the other.
I mean, what do you guys prefer?
I mean, I'd rather have a clear picture just in case something pops up.
Yeah.
Well, you want to go back to CapCut then?
It's starting to look fine right now. That sun glare is a lot more prominent on this, though, ain't it?
Well, I get out of that. We're heading back up the mountain.
This looks like Max Payne from PlayStation 2.
So you can't read the graves or anything?
You can read them. Yeah, you can read them. I'm just messing with you.
Landa said clear pictures better. You
Yeah.
want me to go back to that?
Yeah, clear pictures better.
Okay.
I can deal with little clips. Yeah, if we're trying to spot something, that makes it difficult. Everything blends in.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it. I mean, Morgana, you're going to have to join from now on.
Okay. I can do that.
I was trying not to get you into a permanent commitment, but
I mean, clipping ain't a big deal, man. I mean, as long as you can see everything, like clipping might actually even be better because it kind of slows things down and lets it catch things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Mike has a question for you, Tully.
Revolutionary War era, Mike. Like the oldest one I've seen so far. I found some that were born in the 1700s.
Born in
That's
1700s. Revolutionary War.
Yeah, that's wild. I'm watching on YouTube. It's crazy. I wish there's a way for me to show you my screen versus.
I get it fully. From last week, mine was moving perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Not last week, but was it last week?
Yeah, it was last week we were on.
Wow. This went from being a monthly thing to a weekly.
We were doing board Thanksgiving stuff. I'm sure it'll be the same around Christmas or at some point, New Year's maybe.
What's that void? A bush.
Yeah, probably. So like these stones, these are probably like 5 feet tall. Some of them coming up are probably 6 feet tall. Some of them in the distance are like 10 feet tall.
Where's the lady in black? Where was she at?
I'm trying to. So this tree, I get pissed off at this tree at the camera, and I stopped the video and restart it. And when I looked over to the rot of this tree, I saw her walking up a road. So I don't know if I pointed the camera though, is the thing. Because at the time I thought it was just. I mean, it was a person.
Oh. And you didn't want to freak them out by filming them?
You couldn't see any part of their body. They had a hat, a big black hat, a black dress, and the dress sleeves went down past their hands.
Really?
Yeah.
So count on Tully when he sees a ghost to not.
What do you want me to do? Go tackle them? I don't know. What are you?
So I
thought
see
this was crazy.
I didn't want to offend them.
So
What on earth?
Is that runes?
these are pointed toward
The
this
tree.
tree.
That's a sword.
Okay. So the tree just kind of grew up
Yeah.
after they've been buried.
Yeah, Landa, next time I'll just drop. If I drop the camera to go tackle them, that ain't going to help.
Well, you're supposed to film them. I think that's.
Well, I can't tackle with one. I guess I could.
Well, yeah.
You don't go alone.
He wasn't alone. Rachel was with him on this trip, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was here.
He might as well be alone.
He's like, I'm
Was
not
that-
catching that ghost.
Well, Tully, was that big rock? Was that a grave marker, or was that just something?
Yeah, that's a gravestone too. I don't know if I go over to it because I'm like trying to figure out. You can't tell right now, but I'm like cussing at this camera.
I can tell. I see your mouth moving.
That might be the end of this one. Yeah, it is. Let me get the next one queued up here. What do you expect? I was pissed off.
So I seen a fucking Bigfoot, right? He's sitting up there eating breakfast. I didn't want to offend them and film them or nothing.
Listen, it looked too real. Like it looked too real to be.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Stop.
That's what they say about the ghost.
So new rule: record it and let us decide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, only your closest friends will give you this kind of hell.
Well, yeah. Yeah, Mike is the only person who had constructive feedback.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's way better than tackling.
Now it's smooth ish.
Yes.
Now it's clipping. But I mean I really like a lot of these gravestones. Like they're really intricate. Like you don't see stuff like that around here, really.
No, that small print down at the bottom. Of course, it's probably not that small, though, is it?
No, I bet that stone that was 10 feet wide. Like every one of these are massive.
Really?
There's just nothing to give you perspective. But I'll tell you what, I get a lot of footage of this one coming up. There's a Freemason.
I think that's just a family of them.
A lot of footage of this one coming up. This gyro thing is some kind of astrological thing.
So like an astrolabe, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
I like that.
But I'm playing Hogwarts right now, and they got them in Hogwarts. Like Hogwarts Legacy game. That's neat. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
It'd be cooler if you could spin it.
Okay, I'm not going to be buried, but I'll let Mo know I want one of those.
Done.
Hey, Alan.
Hey, Alan.
Hey, Alan.
Hey, Ellen.
Hey,
Well,
Tom
keep an
Boy.
eye out because
Look at that.
that lady was somewhere in this general vicinity.
Well, you've already told us you didn't film her, so
I don't know. I literally, I didn't intentionally film her. No.
I would have.
yeah. Like, hey, you ghost. Why
Are
are
you
you
a
out,
real person or a shadow person?
why you out here dressed all freaky for?
Well, but there's so many funerals out here. So there's basically a funeral palooza at this place.
That damn statue scared me right then. I looked down and looked up to see that statue and it tripped at my shit.
The funeral home here can have, I think, 6 funerals going at once. And at any given time, you have preceding funerals out here actively burying people. So you don't know who's wearing black from a funeral, just walking around looking at the old graves, you know?
If they were dressed like you said they were, I don't feel like people wear those to that type of garb to a funeral anymore.
No, the only time I see that is
we get to go in a hole again. Sorry.
It's good. We have down here Beauvoir, the last home of Jefferson Davis, and they have like the reenactment a couple of times a year when the people are dressed in that garb. But you always know that that's coming up, and you know what cemetery it's going to be at.
What did you call those holes the last time? Fairy holes or something?
What are you talking about?
Like all those holes in the trees and stuff.
Those are like when you're doing a shamanic journey, you go to the trees that have those holes and you go through those holes. That's your portal.
Well, I promise to always put the camera in if I see one of those.
No,
Take it back 6 seconds. Or a little bit further now.
6 seconds?
Yeah, further now. Every second's you're burning.
Actually, if
Right,
it's a big enough hole, I expect you to climb in it and see if it does like it did in From.
I can do that.
Okay.
I'm just not talking to y'all anymore.
Wow, I didn't see anything. Why not?
What are we doing, Cecil?
I thought I seen something, but I didn't. I thought I sent something.
I keep readjusting, trying to get. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
1893.
1993.
Camera stops. So I did not hit the button. The camera's on a gimbal. Nobody can hit the button. And my camera just stopped. It has full battery.
Huh.
That I was cussing so much while we were, because this happened multiple times. Alan, this is back at Spring Grove, the massive cemetery in Cincinnati. So I didn't realize that it stopped and continued walking. I've a solution to that problem though. I've switched the camera to where it's always the screen's always on. So if it does stop in the future, I'll at least be able to see it within a minute or two rather than after walking a bunch.
Yeah.
Really? That's interesting, Mike.
Yeah, the inside of the tree looks strange, but I think it was all driftwood. Not driftwood, but it ain't driftwood. It's old wood.
maybe carried in by squirrels or rats or something.
Yeah. Or just
So,
part of the tree or something.
Camera cut off, and I didn't realize it. This is where the camera cut. Like when I realized it, and I'm not sharing, Emma. Hang on.
Share it, brother. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, the stones and stuff at this graveyard is really cool. You just don't see stuff like that around here.
Yeah, these are getting even bigger. Like that obelisk there is probably 30, 40 feet tall.
Huh.
And look at that. Like that's just long range as far as the eye can see. You've got this stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's almost, that's what makes this so eerie is when you're out here, it's as far as the eye can see. It's like an endless graveyard of these massive stones.
Well, that's where it's fucking weird.
It is fucking weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a place where rich people get buried, right? Like, essentially.
Not just rich people. We went to one of the there's new sections of they're still burying people here. And it's very there's definitely normal headstones. Like any normal headstone though has to be flat to the ground. Like it's only these massive ones that get erected.
Wasn't that a Knights Templar cross?
Yeah, that's why I took it. I was looking to see if it was pre or post World War II. I think it's pre.
Oh.
Have you run across anybody with the name Sinclair in this cemetery?
Yeah, I believe I did actually. I'll have to keep an eye out for that, Stephen. I'm almost positive though.
Okay, I was just kind of curious. I mean, with all the money that's around,
Did you see that Order of the Cross stuff?
Yeah.
That's the end of that one. Camera cuts off again. So you can see why I was getting so frustrated. I pointed at that grave, the camera cut off, and I didn't realize it, so I walked again. Let's see.
And I walk.
Next clip, there's two more. And I want to go back. Let's see. It is a big to-do to get in this graveyard, though.
You gotta pay a toll.
Well, and one thing that I didn't get to show you guys footage of that I got footage of from there. There's something called the monolith in this graveyard.
Mm.
I sent you
Really?
pictures. Yeah, I think I sent pictures. But it's like a really, really, really old stone that either was original to the graveyard, but it's got all kinds of Celtic symbols and stuff on it.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that one.
Oh yeah, it had the strange. Yeah, I remember that one because I was wondering if it could have been like, was it Ogham? Was that what the early Celtic writing was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, massive stones as far as the eye can see.
Yeah.
So Tully, what is your overall personal opinion about the feel of this place?
It's hard. Like it's like this area that I was in gave me a very uneasy feeling in this section. But there was other places like the first time we were here that was super chill. Like it felt super peaceful.
Right.
But every time we've been to this graveyard, I have electronic issues.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, like Rachel's fitness ring was fried after this trip.
Yeah.
Problems started with her fitness ring after the first trip, and it straightened out. And again, these trees and stuff, like this bush here, was definitely an ornamental bush at one point. There's a gravestone directly underneath it. I don't know if I catch it this go around. Because you have to think, just to put this into perspective, I'm walking back. Like I've already walked through here. And my camera turned off without me knowing it. Nothing touching the power button on this gimbal, mind you. The gimbal doesn't control the camera other than the movement itself. It's not hooked up electrically to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, Mike. Mike said there has to be a few persnickety spirits.
Without doubt.
Here's one that fell over, obelisk. Look at that symbol right there.
Huh.
Oh,
That's different.
yeah.
When I'm going through here, though, like it's not like the smaller graveyards. Like I can't get every single grave because, I mean, look at it.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
I think it's interesting the light captures that you're getting with the sunbeams.
Oh yeah.
I didn't. Oh, yeah. I
What in the
didn't have any weird EMF things going on this time. Just electrical problems.
Oh.
I
I
just
mean,
imagine. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I was just gonna say it is a really neat place. I like to take a nap there sometime.
I would love for you to come up and go back out with me to explore some more of it sometime.
I'll do it on Saturday sometime.
It
Whenever I feel like it.
I mean, honestly, like we've watched probably over an hour at this point of the graveyard. And I would say, I mean, between both videos, like this episode and the other episode we did in here, I would say this is maybe 3% of the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying we should do anything illegal, but we should probably have somebody drive us in there and drop us off and wait till the gates are closed and sneak around at night.
And let's tell everybody on the internet.
They have 24/7 security at this place.
Well, we can outrun.
They ride quads. They ride razors around.
You can hear a razor coming. You just have to howl.
There are plenty of hiding places there.
Oh yeah, hundreds of them.
I say that, you got to wonder if they're keeping people out or if they're keeping people in.
Mhm.
Oh, interesting fact. There is, in fact, a Freemason lodge on property.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That was a big one. That guy's like 80 feet tall.
Wow.
Good night.
Huh.
Literally
There are-
everywhere you point. There's one at the end of this one. I don't know how far we are. Oh, that's yeah. I'll let it ride from here because I walk down. There's like a pond here. That's another thing. There's some ponds around here that might have some big fish in them.
Yeah, we discussed that before. Num num num. Embalming fluid fish.
That's
Oh,
what I'm
I'm
saying.
not talking about eating. I'm talking about catching a big bass.
Catching some big
Well,
bass.
it's on our short list for the zombie apocalypse. So
Yeah.
Well, it definitely won't be eating fish because this is sloping downhill, and you've definitely got embalming runoff into this pond.
It just means they last longer.
It does.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, with no refrigeration, that could come in handy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This might be a Celtic cross. I don't know. Usually, when I'm pointing down like this, I'm trying to get a pulse on how old the graves are.
mhm.
Like, I'll stop at a section, see a few graves. Yeah, it is. I think. No. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I think so.
Sort of. And I'll skip it along. Each one of these trees, though, I don't know if I'll point, but there's like, I guess these trees are also niches
Mhm.
where people plant their ashes.
Okay.
That's such a weird thing to say.
Plant
Yeah.
yours.
People planting their ashes. Are you planting your ashes or are you planting the ashes of other people?
I
Could
guess
be
you
a good
could
question.
plant your own, could you?
That's a car. I almost got hit by this car.
I love that you got the fucking car, but you didn't get the woman in black. But
You never know. Maybe I did when the camera cut out. Like, you just never know. I feel like this woman was suspicious of me having a gimbal and a EMF detector and a microphone and all of this other stuff.
It might not have been a woman. It could have been Steven Tyler just cruising around.
Yeah, I mean, that might not even be a car. That might just be the ghost of a car.
it could be, yeah.
I should have tackled the car.
You should have.
I want you to give the camera to Rachel first, though, because I want to see this.
Okay. The last one that I took a video of, I'm pretty sure this grave has a really cool inscription in it.
That's just crazy. The size of that.
Yeah. I mean, it's so fancy. Like,
There's a
Yes.
voice from the tomb sweeter than song. Now, what do they mean by that? Is what I want to know.
See, that almost could be the tomb of what's his face off of Harry Potter.
Oh, good
When they
night.
went
I
to
mean,
get
I mean,
the
whose
wand.
voice are we supposed to be listening to?
Mine.
Jesus, man.
Oh,
like the
yeah. Okay. The reference was just shooting over my head for a second.
It's still pretty metal, though.
That is metal.
from the tomb sweeter than some.
I don't know if I have. Let me see.
What is it? Lines I wish I'd written.
I'll see what the last. Nope, that's it.
Whenever
So-
Tully and the band, we had a song where I did nothing but Charles Manson quotes.
As long as it's not Marilyn Manson quotes, I will not judge you.
And I'll say there's probably a missing 45 minutes out of that trip. Just because of camera problems, and it could have captured the woman in black, but more importantly, there were some really, really cool mausoleums that I stuck the camera in with painted glass and really cool stuff that I was disappointed that I didn't have time to walk back through.
Yeah. It always sucks when you think you've got something only to realize you don't.
And Mike, I'm looking at the comments here. Mike said Reaper drone. I'll tell you what, it's very strange to walk through that graveyard, Mike. So everybody has obelisks. A lot of people have obelisks or these massive 15-foot headstones, but not all of them are dead. And if you've walked through the graveyard, I can't imagine walking through this graveyard and being like, I'm going to enter this competition of massive gravestones and just plopping one down and being like, that's it. Like, that's what I want. Whenever it's literally a sea of the exact same thing. Like, I have no idea. And they get even bigger than 80 feet. There's some of them that are over 100 for sure, taller than the trees. And it's people that were like related to the President Taft. There's a lot of Tafts in that theater. There's a Taft theater as well, but a lot of Tafts in the graveyard.
Didn't you run across Johnny Appleseed's grave?
Yeah, Johnny Appleseed's buried there, or the man that I think that's his. I mean, it's obviously a nickname, but
I'm pretty sure his last name was Appleseed.
Was it?
No, I'm just fucking.
It is there. It's very close to that monolith that I was telling you about. I lost all that footage too. I am pretty confident that I lost all of that.
Johnny Appleseed's name was John Chapman.
Yeah. We saw his grave. Lost all that footage. Lost the footage of the woman in black, if I caught her.
You didn't.
Okay. I mean, next time I'm just going to run after people.
Do it.
I should have ran after the ghost car, too. I'm sure she would have thought I was completely the most sane person in Cincinnati.
Yes, that's it. When you get a collect call, accept the charges.
Yes. Somebody just needs to come bail me out of jail.
I got you. Just let me know your debit card number.
Well, do you guys have anything else you want to jump into?
No.
For me, I've been in the South all my life, and I've never seen anything even remotely close to that.
No,
me either. I didn't know what to expect, really. Like, you think third largest graveyard, and you don't really understand. Like, I couldn't understand the size. I'm like, well, I'll, spend a couple hours and get through the whole thing. You could spend a couple weeks and not get through the whole thing.
Yeah.
What's so strange about it is we have a graveyard in London that has a bunch of obelisks, and it looks just like that, except on a small scale. Like, the tallest one might be 8 feet tall, but they're all over the graveyard. So I don't know, is it like a size thing? Like the more acreage, the taller the obelisk has to be? Like, I don't know. It's weird how they do that.
Well, it almost makes me think that obelisks have some sort of significance. You know what I mean?
I'm there with you, man. There's got to be more to it than just, oh, look at me, I'm rich. Look what I'm going to do when I.
Like, I've never been a Freemason, and I obviously don't know all the inner workings of Freemasonry. But it makes me think, like, okay, what if there's some kind of like inside intelligence of the meaning of that?
Well, if I was rich, I'd have a damn pyramid.
Well, yeah. I mean, but why
Not-
all obelisks? You know what I mean? Make whatever you want to. Like, make a big, I don't know, a
Right,
big
you would
German
expect
Shepherd.
more variety. You would expect people to go
400
in there and do something
German Shepherd.
unique that
Yeah.
didn't look like everybody else's, unless
Yeah.
there's significance of it being an obelisk.
If you
Right.
have that much money that you can erect 100-foot tall statue, why would you choose the same thing as the person who has a 15-foot tall one?
Right.
Mhm.
And to me, I can't help but think of, some of the obelisks that are in Washington, D.C. were actually brought here from Egypt.
Yeah.
And that was a really important thing back in that day.
Yeah.
And whenever DC was laid out, it was also very important to those who mapped out the District of Columbia.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of them, I think, like a lot of local ones were founded, like maybe part of like pre-flood stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah. Could be. It's
No, that's not the case, Linda. There are some very strange graves. I don't know if you saw in the first go round of this, but there was maybe like a 2-ton obsidian ball as somebody's grave.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely not where it has to be one thing. Like some people's are benches or some sort of weird version of a bench, like that last one we showed. Some people's are literal statues carved of themselves standing on top of their graves. So yeah, definitely not anything like that to where they're not allowed to. But yeah,
you almost need somebody that's got some kind of historic connection to the graveyard, so you can say, okay, look, why? Is there any rhyme or reason to this?
another thing, that graveyard isn't an easy place to bury people. So I don't know how they chose that area either, because they're out there with jackhammers digging these graves. Wow. They were running jackhammers when we were out there both times.
Huh.
Huh.
Oh, that's
pretty
crazy.
wild.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how strict the rules would have been in 1800 either. Who knows? But that's all I got for tonight. I'll say it again. Anybody that wants to submit footage, Lee, I don't know if you stuck around, but if you're still out there, get us some footage. It's getting cold. It's getting terrible out. But if you guys send us anything, we'll play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything either. We've been rolling for almost an hour and a half. So.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
We're always going through totally giving our wish list. My wish list that you might be able to accomplish, Cecil, would be go video Judah Culla's star map or whatever it is there in Kentucky.
Which one? What is that?
It's the big rock with the star map on it.
Where's that at?
Oh, goodness. I'm thinking it's Kentucky. It might be Tennessee. I don't know. I could be wrong.
You should do that big rock at Rollins and Stinson, Cecil.
I can do that. Stephen, you're the only 10 I see.
Put your glasses on. Put your glasses back on.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, Hadley went to like the coolest looking place on earth and didn't get any footage the other day.
What the F, man? I was preoccupied.
I've got footage. I'm just not smart enough to upload it.
No, well, I'll definitely be getting out to some more places, but I can't hold down the fort alone.
I can actually get some of the rock. Apparently, it was a big thing. Like, it was on Discovery Channel stuff over in Manchester. There's a couple other things too.
They found like a Neolithic rock in Manchester that has like cave carvings and stuff. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I can snatch up 4 or 5 minutes. Well, probably 3 minutes of that. Like, it ain't very.
It's fun. I mean, the thing is, like, it isn't really a lot of minutes of footage as it is us talking about it.
Yeah.
If I could,
Yeah, I will.
if I wasn't afraid of getting clay countied, so to speak, I'd go back to where they have the big green emerald, like Ninja Turtle lid thing.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'll get killed.
No.
That sounds good, Landa. Mike, I think if you get on YouTube, you'll see that so the old Waverly, I would have been down, but they actually rebuilt the whole thing because it's such a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
They basically tore down the old sanitarium and rebuilt it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's as active as it used to be.
If you get 10 people together though and pay $100 each, you can do an overnight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can still go into the death tunnel or whatever. They didn't redo it.
Cool.
Well, I'll be going into a different death tunnel soon, so we'll have some footage of it.
I'm really scared of you doing that just because of the hooligans that live in that area.
Well, I'll have plenty of help.
Maybe before you do that, I should ride up there with you because I want in on that. That'd be fun.
There you go.
Yeah, those old episodes, the place used to be super creepy, Mike. If you watch those episodes and get online and see what it looks like now.
You know what I wish I could find, and I might be able to, are the old VHS tapes from when we used to go ghost hunting when we were like 16 and stuff, like the old Corbin Hospital and stuff.
Really?
Lord.
I wonder if I can find those.
Well, if you can, we'll use them.
Yeah.
But I think that's it for us, guys. We don't have any more footage. Submit your footage. Hit up the Wyrd Realities, whatever avenue, and we'll get you the Google Drive. We'll get it uploaded. And next show, Morgana will be sharing. And we'll see if it works. Like, I don't know. The last time, I don't know if it's going to be like this time, but the last time you tried to share something, do you have we'll save that for post show.
Yeah.
But thanks everybody for watching.
Thanks, guys.
We'll
I've got
keep doing it as long as you guys keep coming.
I gotta get on and film for OnlyFans. I've not put anything on there in a week.
Have a good night. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.